As far as Clean Week goes, so I only have a few people who I need to message them back still. I haven't had a chance today, but as far as a group goes, are you guys wanting to make it so that they have to purchase the Shakeology and the meal plan, or do you want to make it more of a free group that they can have the access to the workouts and we can give them clean eating tips? And obviously they're going to get more out of it if they're following the meal plan and using the Shakeology sampler. But what is your thoughts on that?
Did you watch The Surge?
No, I was dealing with all the Jalen crap.
One of the coaches on there, Tone, can you get the door, hun? One of the coaches on there was talking about she was talking about two groups, one for people who don't, and she calls it how did she word it? She said just basically the free group, and then the other one is called All In. So she said, just because, she said, I feel like, not to totally discriminate, she said, but I feel like if you purchase something, Boomer, stop it. She said, if you purchase something, you're more committed.
Right.
Just bottom line. She's so she goes, and I give more content and add more to the one who, the group that's actually paid for the Shakeology.
Mm-hmm.
And I cover more information about the Shakeology versus, the other one was called Self-Paced. So there was the Self-Paced group, which is the ones that don't have Shakeology. And, she goes, I put content in there, but I don't go live in the group. I don't do as much. It's kind of on their own.
Yeah.
And then she said, and then the ones who get the Shakeology with it, she said, I call it my All In. And so she said, just because, they've invested, so in turn, I really invest in them. So I don't know. I don't know that if we want to try to do two.
I like that idea. Maybe eventually, but I feel like we probably aren't going to have enough
people to split it into two.
I don't know if we would have, but at the same time, the people who don't buy it, it's sometimes good for them to see the people who have bought it and what they're getting out of it versus them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and she said even within day or one or two, she said, if I notice in the group that there's somebody who's really posting and they're really doing it, she'll send them an invite and say, hey, you're really into this. Do you want to hop into the All In group? Because she said, then they can see that. But because I agree, I think that's where you see the value of Shakeology.
And I think this is something we'll have to fine tune as we go and just see what works for people.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the main purpose of this is to show them the value of a challenge group and the challenge pack. That's the whole reason they did this.
I agree.
And so as far as the content we share with them, I think it's good to
be valuable for everybody.
To show value to everybody in the group. So, the workout schedule was something that they'll probably have on the quick access guide. I haven't actually looked at that, but I was
they said on the as far as accessing the meal plan, you can't access the meal plan unless you buy the Shakeology.
Yeah.
So we as coaches can send that. If they don't, we can get that, screenshot it and send it or whatever.
Right.
But they can't personally access that portion of the Clean Week if they didn't buy the Shakeology. That's what it just said on Sim Carver's whatever, his video that he went through the whole thing. I just watched that too.
Okay.
Just now. So he just said that's they can't access
Beachbody On Demand members.
Beachbody On Demand can. Yeah, if you have your On Demand, you can access any of it. But if they do the free membership, and once they do the free membership, they can access Clean Week forever. So any of our your free customers that you have already, they can access that Clean Week, but they can't access the meal plan part of it unless they buy the Shakeology.
Right.
So that's the difference.
It sends them the whole meal plan in a packet.
Yeah. So, but as far as getting into the program materials and printing it like you can in any other thing, you can't access that part of it unless you buy the Shakeology.
Right.
So that was the only, one of the biggest differences of being able to access that on their own versus he says you as a coach can. And then he said he was showing that there was like a link that you can send it to them so that it's attached to you so that it comes from a coach.
Right.
So it's still okay for us to give them that information, but they can't access it on their own.
Right. So as far as, oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was saying, I think we should go all in. Like, it's $30.
Right. I agree. And I think, if you're showing people the value of it, I don't think that's a hard sell. I don't think anyone's going to be like, and if they are, then they're probably not ready to buy a challenge pack anyway. And they're probably not going to show up in the group. So
I told my skeptical neighbor that does another protein powder, I was like, oh, they're doing a clean week. You get 7 days for like $30. And she's like, oh, really? Oh, you got to send me this information. Like,
yeah, $30, people are totally willing to jump in. I agree.
Yeah. I don't think we should do a free, we have our free groups.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I don't think we need to do separate. If someone in there didn't buy it, they're not going to get anything out of it anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because the thing is even if that's the only thing they purchase and they follow the Clean Week guide, they have that forever. They can refer to it forever. And and they get the workouts forever and they paid $30 for it. It's not that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they get access just the, the workouts even after the 7 days. That's what I was unclear about.
Mm-hmm. As long as they have a free membership.
Yeah, it doesn't lock that back
on the main page of Beachbody On Demand when they log in. It's not, so they can log in, but because they don't have the all access, nothing will be unlocked except for that.
Okay.
So it's the only one.
Yeah, so that's what he said. He said, because some people were worried about, well, what if they sign up and it takes several days for the Shakeology to get here, and then their 7 days of the access to the Clean Week is over before they even get their Shakeology, and they can't combine it. So they're like, no, like they'll have access to that Clean Week ongoing.
Yeah.
So
they could easily do it more than 7 days. And probably still get really good results from it.
Especially for beginner, people be just beginning in workouts. Absolutely. I think it would be something you could do for the first several months you were starting out.
Yeah. So I think it will be good. So as far
I just did that post a couple hours ago and I've already had one comment and wants the information. So I'm hoping get a few more people interested.
Well, to me, I feel like in a group like this, you want as many people as you can get. That's why only having 3 people, out of those 3 people who commit to the $30, it might take them 6 months to commit to a challenge pack or a year. You can't just rely on those 3 people to then go buy a challenge pack.
And we've talked about, all of us, both of you have talked with about, I just think the more people you have in the group, the more people are apt to engage and feel comfortable coming to because more people are.
Right.
So I hope, I think just the more that we have, all of us, I think the more engagement we can hopefully drop.
Well, and it takes the more, I think as a coach, something that, being in this for 2.5 years, you have to keep it fun and exciting for everybody, including us. Because if we don't have any passion behind it, they're not going to feel it and they're not going to want to keep going. And so that's where, for me, that's kind of been with everybody kind of following, everything the same, Josh Coates' schedule and what Jalen's doing and the marketing calendar and everyone doing the same thing. I feel like it takes away the authenticity of you as a coach because everybody's doing the same thing.
He talked about that a ton in this Surge call tonight, being creative.
Yeah, you just have to be unique and share what's on your heart and share you as a person and what inspired you to even become a coach and what inspired you to start your journey. And by sharing those things, it keeps you engaged, it keeps you involved, and you're not bored doing the same crap.
Yeah. I'm excited to try Facebook and see being able to go live and do like, because the one talked about doing like pop-up challenges. And we did the one in our group, Lacey, where she did the, we did the scavenger hunt, find, 4 veggies, take a picture of your tennis shoes. We had it, but I think like being able to, because with the challenge tracker app, you don't get, like people don't see it as quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Because like even me as a coach, like I only check in, I try to check in like 2 or 3 times a day and, comment on people's stuff. But Facebook, you're always, I think it's so much easier to access, and you get the notifications that somebody's on live or whatever.
Well,
and then
people are on Facebook. They are like in their car while they're sitting at a stop sign, they flip it open. Like that's just how people are. It's addicting, and you might as well utilize that.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can do some fun, engaging challenges and do prizes. Well,
and I feel like it can be more spontaneous and authentic to what you're feeling that day instead of just
scheduling stuff
that doesn't really apply to what you feel that day. It's just content. I think people feel that.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel that. Like my last challenge group, I was like MIA the entire time. But I posted 3 times a day because I had it scheduled. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I agree. I think it will be good, and I think it will be, I don't know. I feel like the community aspect of it is not the same on the app. Like, people just aren't on there the same way. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
So how do aside from the clean week, are we going to do just new people in the clean week? And then like, are we wanting to start a new, like Facebook group for all of our challengers that are in our challenge app right now?
Yeah, I'm going to invite them all. So the Facebook group, the actual challenge group, is for any past challenger and any new challenger.
Okay.
Basically. Yeah. Because the more people in there, the better, I think. It helps motivate people. It helps people come back to life when they've fallen off the wagon, when they see other people. I think it will be, I messaged all my challengers and let them know I would be adding them. And then I'll just make a post. If you don't want to be in the group, you're free to
remove
yourself and we won't feel bad, because I know some people, it's just bad timing or they're not in a place that is a good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be annoying about it, but I don't want to, I feel like sometimes people are like, I don't know if they really want to do it, but maybe if they saw everybody doing it, it would inspire them to keep going again. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my thought on that anyway, but.
Daisy, come here.
So as far as content on what we're posting for Clean Week, I think obviously we have to do, I was thinking of possibly starting the group Friday and just posting a few like kind of prep things over the weekend to get them started. A lot of them aren't going to have their stuff by Monday if we're inviting throughout the week. So how do you want to go about that? Should we start later than Monday and start prep week Monday, or how do you want to do that? We could do like a Wednesday to Wednesday or something. I don't know.
Or we can take another week to get invites out and people get their stuff. I mean, start plugging them in the group.
Yeah.
And we can start with little daily challenges, but not start with super hardcore information. I don't know how to incorporate that. Because I think as many people as will probably be ordering,
it's gonna be at least a week before people get their stuff.
Yeah.
So
let's do like a informational start type of prep week. So we can announce it, open it up, and then
so we could start it and maybe do it more like a 2-week group and then actually officially start the following week.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah, so
we
we'll
could
plug
people in and have them maybe post questions.
Like, here's your challenge. Have you made your menu yet? Have you?
Yeah.
You know, challenges.
I don't know if we would do it a full week. I don't know. I guess we could.
I just think just a week to get more people in, you know.
Yeah.
Opportunity to get.
So would you push our regular challenge group back another week?
Yeah.
And start that like
the week after, whatever week we finish. Because if we do like the rest of this week and then next.
So like the 23rd. So start our clean week the 16th and then challenge group the 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay. That would also help break up our invites too, because then you're not inviting to clean week and then immediately inviting to a challenge group. It kind of gives a week in between that you can kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Because if we invite this week and then spend next week just posting in there while we're waiting for everybody to get their stuff.
Yeah.
And then during clean week, we can be inviting for the challenge group the following week.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that.
And then that 23rd can kind of be a little bit of a prep week-ish for the new challenge group.
Yeah. So we could start like a prep week on the 23rd and then officially
we'll have to do tons of, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, because especially if we're moving, that's hard because you don't want to like sit and redo the same content. But if you have new people that end up joining the challenge group that didn't do that,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
how you balance all of that so that it doesn't get repetitive for. Although we don't all need reminders a lot, because let's be real.
Well, that's part of the reason I like doing it with multiple coaches too, because even though you get challengers who buy from you, sometimes they relate more to a different coach of what they say or a struggle that they're going through, or, you know, like, so it's good to have different perspectives and see different people. I also think it helps people convert to coaching when they see multiple people who are at all different stages of their journey coaching. Because then it's not so, you know,
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. I think for me, I haven't found like that sweet spot of inviting new challengers to an existing challenge group, because I feel like you have to like kind of ease them in, do a prep week and all that kind of stuff. And I've debated this in my brain a bajillion times. Like, do I have like a prep week group that just has the content in it and I can put them in there before I put them in a regular group? Or do I just send them a Google Drive and we do a live call or a Zoom call for new people? Or, you know, you kind of welcome them in. Like, it's hard to find that balance, I feel like.
Kind of like Micah's coach training. She does it for X amount of time and then just restarts it.
Yeah.
And then do the kind of same thing.
So I'm kind of, and I just need to play around with it, find what works best. I do think that Zoom calls or even a live, like I would totally do a live so people can ask questions live. You know, I think that's one benefit of Facebook groups. Like we could do a weekly Q&A call and everyone take turns going live in the group or whatever, just to answer questions or things that people are struggling with, you know? Like, I think that's something that people would utilize.
I agree.
So that's something I'm excited about Facebook, because I think live videos make a huge difference.
Well, like when you do, because you can finally do video in the Challenge Tracker app, but they have to be 3 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not live. It's just a recording.
So like I'm trying to record, and I'm like, the one I recorded the thing, and then I like ran out of time.
Yeah.
So then I had to re-record, start again.
Yeah.
And try to say that, like try to get it all in 3 minutes, because I didn't want it to be, because the first one I did, I ended up doing 2 parts.
Yeah.
And the next one,
I like live video and the fact that people can in real time interact with you and you can acknowledge them and talk to them like a real person.
Yeah.
I think that's helpful for a lot of people. So, as far as like, okay, so going back to Clean Week, I need to look at like the menu plan and stuff. But as far as like topics to kind of add value throughout the week, I figured if each of us take a day.
They have, I haven't got on yet. I went out to haircut, so I ran out of time, but they have a whole FAQ on ideas for content for the whole group for the whole week.
Yeah, which I think is great. I think we should utilize that. And then just whatever you feel to make it your own. And just assign somebody like the topics each day in the week. It's probably just like the challenge group guides that they have for the challenge groups.
Yeah.
And then we can just tweak it and make it our own and either make a post about it, go live, whatever is most comfortable for each person. And we can each just kind of take a topic.
I really, really, really want to do like, I don't know how you just incorporating that like engagement, the challenge, the pop-up challenges, and
I agree.
And
I think it needs to be more than just a content post in the morning. It needs to definitely be engaging and interactive. So adding a pop-up challenge, like if the theme that day is like workouts or like something about Beachbody On Demand or something, we could do a challenge in the middle of the day and send them an Energize packet or things like that are always, I think, helpful for people.
Lacey talked a lot about, making it be, we talked about it be, not just a post, but.
Yeah, I agree. I think the more fun we have, and the thing is with so many of us, and we all have different personalities, we just need to take the initiative. If you feel something, post it. Like, it doesn't have to be a structured post it morning, noon, and night type thing. Post whatever you want. Like, that's the beauty of it, I think. Like, if you feel something, and I think, like, with me, when we first started, we would post our workouts and post what we were feeling like right then. It wasn't a
schedule it out
type thing, and I feel like that makes a huge difference.
Okay, I have a suggestion.
Okay.
What for these 7 days, what if we set a time, 6 a.m., whatever time it would be, and do a live Zoom workout, and whoever can join. Like, how fun would that be to get these new challengers excited and work out with their coaches?
Yeah.
One of the coaches actually does that still in her challenge group, ongoing, 6:00 a.m. every day. She does a Zoom workout, and whoever can hop on, hops on. I'm like, that's so awesome. Cool. Because some people need that.
I won't be able to do that, but.
Like, I know when I had my friend coming over and work out, like, I got my butt out of bed because I knew she was going to be there at 6:00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep. I think that's something that we could totally do.
Yeah. I think it'd be super fun to do that. And
even if we did doing all sorts of stuff like that, like anything to keep it engaging, because the thing is some people don't like working out with people and other people really do. They like that accountability. So to have a virtual accountability partner would really help a lot of people.
And it might get people to get to know each other more.
Totally. Yeah. I think that's honestly, that is key, 100% key in coaching is the relationships built. And that's something that I loved when I did my first challenge group. So for me, like they always say, like, go back to the basics, go back to phase 1. And that's why I'm like, okay, I've got to get rid of all the crap and just go back to what worked for me in the beginning. What inspired me? And we overthink the crap out of stuff to the point that we're adding so much content and we're adding so much crap that people don't even know where to start at that point. So I'm excited to do things a little bit more basic and honestly, you want to make it so people want to look in the group multiple times a day. I think doing a pop-up challenge of sharing meals or menu ideas or things like that are always helpful. Recipes, people love recipes. Shakeology recipes, anything like that.
Did you guys wake up
part of the surge? Maybe it was Kim. I don't remember which one it was, but they were talking about how She was gearing it towards Halloween and like a candy bar a day, and she was doing all of her Shakeology recipes were a different candy bar recipe each day to go with her sampler. And I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea.
What
was you going to say, Lacey?
Oh, I was just going to say, did you guys listen to the wake up call?
No, yes. How does it work?
Well, I didn't get all of it.
Oh,
I love her though, so I want to listen to it. She's awesome.
Oh, she said something. Oh, I don't have my notes with me right now, but it said something about. Oh crap! Now I can't remember. Like share the struggle or something like that. So like do a side by side. Do say your sit up day 1 versus your sit up on day 6, and be real about the struggle.
Yeah,
I love
it. And that takes time. I loved how she talked about that like being patient and, you know, letting people recognize that these transformations don't happen overnight. Like this takes time, and that's okay. Like this journey, that's what it's about.
With our Clean Week, we need to really instill them that this isn't a diet, that it's a lifestyle. It's something that takes time and patience and refinement over time, and it's not something you do for a week, you're going to lose all your weight and then go back to eating crappy. It's about creating a lifestyle that's sustainable for you, your family, for generations. Like that's what we're all about, is creating health in the home. And so being able to share family-friendly recipes and just really, I think for the whole Clean Week thing too, is to simplify it, to make it doable for people, because we so overcomplicate eating healthy. Everybody does. You can still eat normal food.
Yeah.
And I think when people realize how doable it really is and how uncomplicated it really is, like that's when I think sometimes the light switch flips in their brain of, oh, I don't have to starve myself the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So.
Okay, what's the plan?
Lacey's like, it's past my bedtime.
Okay,
right?
So how about
I'm like, I love everything. I'm like, okay, we need a plan. What's our plan?
So how about we, for the Clean Week stuff, we we'll get all the content for like the challenge tracker guide, like their content of suggestions, and we can just have everyone pick from one and assign days that they do that as the topic, and then we can create other things in between as we go.
Yeah. So how can we put that in some kind of like a sheet that we can create
Google
like
Doc.
some kind of doc we can like all like go in and say, I'm taking this day, so we can make sure that they're all filled.
You can put it in a Google Doc. It might take me a while to figure that out, but we can do it in a Google Doc.
I wonder if Lisa knows how to do a Google. I know she's an Excel guru.
The Google Docs aren't very hard.
Once you get in it, it's not like super difficult. It just takes me a minute always to figure out which one I need to do.
If I had a computer, I could totally do it, but it's a little harder on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google Docs don't work on the phone at all. Okay, well, let's plan on that, and we'll go from there, and then just keep inviting people. Anyone that's been interested or said anything about a challenge group in the past, I think is someone who would definitely benefit from this, just to see what it's all about.
Yeah. So
especially if it's
gotta make it rock. We gotta make it awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just keep
I still struggle with invites.
Invites are hard.
They are hard. I think we overthink those too, though.
Yeah.
I know I do, and honestly, like, if a lot of it comes down to if I've done PD or not. Like, that makes a huge difference of whether or not, because sometimes I'm just like, I just don't have the energy. I don't want to talk to people.
I've been listening to Is it Living Intentional or Intentional Living by John Maxwell? So good.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's a good one.
I'm loving it.
I love his little books. I started No Limits, but I feel like
that was painful.
We started on that one.
I really like it. I think that it's a great book, but it's not what I needed at the moment. So it was just kind of like, you know. I think I just need to go. Like I was telling Bren this yesterday. I need to go back to what I personally need, not what the team's reading or a challenge group is reading or what Micah says to read. Like I just need to go with what I need for right now. And that's like not business related.
I think that's why intentional living has been so good for me, is because I think I am a very good time waster.
Oh, I am totally a time waster.
So it's been good for me to be like way more intentional in like when I get up like I've been getting up at 6 every day and it's freaking 7:30 before I push play on my workout. I'm like, what the crap? Why am I waking up at 6 and then not working till 7:30? This is stupid. And I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm like, where did that hour and a half go? But I'll have scrolled my face, whatever for a while. And then I'll go change the laundry. And then, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, well, crap. Now I'm like pushing it to be late to work because I've doodled around. So the last 2 days, I've set a timer on my phone. When I wake up, I have 10 minutes to get dressed, surf Facebook for 5 minutes, go get my Energize and be down. And like and then I come back up and I've read my scriptures. And
I had to make it so that I didn't open my phone until after I did my PD and started my workout.
Yeah.
When I woke up early, because it's so easy to just start scrolling your phone and then you're like,
all of a sudden you're an hour later and you're like, oh. Yeah.
I had to do like the basics first because I knew nobody's up at 6 a.m. Nobody's going to care if I like their post at 6 a.m. versus 8 a.m. So I had to just set it aside, not get on it.
True.
But let's be real. I haven't woke up intentionally other than for work in 6 weeks.
So have either of you read The Gifts of Imperfect Parenting by Brené Brown?
Yes.
Ugh. So good.
I didn't read it. I listened to it on Audible.
Oh yeah,
Riley's home and Boomer's a little bit excited. What's on Friday?
I'm getting my rings.
I started listening to her new one, the Braving the Wilderness one. And with everything that's going on with like race and all that stuff, I'm like, I don't know if this is right for me right now. Like it's too almost, it's not political, but it kind of feels that way a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I don't know if I can read this one yet either. I gotta wait until things are cooled off. I don't know. I gotta find something that speaks to my soul.
Have you read I Am That Girl?
Mm-hmm. I like
one
that.
of my favorites. My
I
favorite.
think I might read You Are a Badass again. I listened to it.
I need to read that.
I read it and then I listened to it, and I liked it.
To finish it. I've started it about 5 times.
Yeah.
I have a hard time. I would way rather listen.
Yeah.
Reading.
I liked listening to it. I got through it really quick when I listened to it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get headaches when I read for very long, so I never get through it, and then I just say forget it.
Yeah. I have about 10 books that I've started and I'm not finished. 4 of them are right here.
Nice.
I have like 3 on my nightstand, probably 5 audiobooks. So.
Hey, what's the date?
Audiobooks except for No Limits.
What?
What's the date on Sunday?
On Sunday, the 8th.
Thank you.
Okay. Are we good? Sort of?
It was a good conversation.
Yep.
Everyone watching the recording will be so uplifted.
Well, that's what happens when you don't get on. We needed everyone on so they could all give their opinion, but we would probably still be at square one anyway. Okay, so I will find the group guide with the content, post it. We'll
In it's under FAQ 3466.
Sweet. We'll hash it out. It'll be good. I think the more we overthink it, though, and the more planned out and perfect it is, I don't know. I feel like some of it just needs to authentically come in some ways.
Yeah. Okay, timeout. So our prep week is going to be the 9th, starting the 9th, and then the actual clean week group will be starting the 16th, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the prep week isn't going to be like super crazy. I wouldn't plan on like anything like, I mean, we'll go over like some structured stuff, but I don't think we need to do like a full on prep week, because I think that the guide and stuff does all that for them. And I feel like sometimes when you do that, like they have to do the work. They have to read the guide and figure out their, I'm pretty sure the Clean Week stuff literally tells you what to eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and gives you the recipes for it. So it's pretty simple and laid out.
That'll be good.
So, but with that, like, I know like some people aren't going to like some of the recipes. So giving alternative things that they can eat that are similar, that are maybe more family friendly, or something that's not as, I don't know, stuff like that, I think will be helpful, just to give them options and know that they're not stuck with
The same, yeah.
a limited amount of resources.
Okay, well, I'll look over it too and get some ideas, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. And maybe we can do another Zoom right before we start, just to like finalize details.
Yeah, for sure. I think middle of next week again. That's fine. One Wednesday, Thursday-ish.
Okay.
Not Thursday.
Thursday.
We have the Book of Mormon class.
That's right. So Tuesday, probably Wednesday-ish, just middle of the week, or Friday even. Just something. Weekends get busy, but
yeah.
So maybe Wednesday.
Okay.
Get everybody together and
I'm good with that.
make sure we're all on the same page.
All right.
Okay.
All right.